They got hot.
Simple enough.
Simple as that. You got a number of guys swing the bat really well. Haas is swinging great. Kane's swinging great. Merrifield, Orlando, Esky. We just got hot as a group.
A little frustration there having to bring in Wade when you're out.
Well, I mean, you don't want to, but, to be fair with Alexander, he hadn't pitched in like 6 days. Sinker baller. Those guys got to pitch to stay sharp, and we were hoping that he could get through it, but, Wade came in and shut it down.
And what's your level of concern with Eibner's injury?
Well, he's got a pretty good, we hope, a sprained ankle, but we're going to MRI it and check it tomorrow and see what we have.
Like an obvious DL move at this point?
Pretty much. I mean, we'll look at it.
Has Nick been able to rule anything out? I mean, like an Achilles or anything like that? Or what did it look like to you when it first happened?
I couldn't tell what happened. I just saw him go down, and then I'm like, okay, we'll get back up. And then I saw him toss the ball to Lorenzo, and then he wasn't getting back up. So I haven't seen a replay on it or anything. Nick said he saw the replay, and his foot just gave out on him, but I haven't seen it.
I know it's early in the process, but is it potentially good news that it's just a sprain?
It's early in the process. I don't have any idea where we're at with it. We're hoping that it's a sprain, but the MRI will tell us more tomorrow.
Dillon Gee tonight, what do you think his issues were?
Well, he's just grinding through it. Command some, but the offense gave him, enough runs where he could battle his way through 5 innings. Chris Young did a phenomenal job coming in and getting us through 3 more and giving the bullpen a pretty good rest. If we could have got through that 9th inning, we would have been in great shape. But, Wade came in, kept his pitches down, and got us through it.
That's just as far as you wanted to push Chris right now coming back.
Yeah, he was at mid-50 pitches, and, yeah.
And then in the 4th, Butera puts down the bunt. You guys get a run there.
Yeah.
Is that your idea, his idea?
We told him it's his option right here. With 1 out, we were going to do it to stay out of the double play. With nobody out, if you feel good about it, put it down. If you feel good, he's swinging the bat good for us. Drive the ball in the gap. So we gave him the option to do it.
Ned, when you see Eibner go down, I know you're still waiting to know what really happened, but do you have a little bit of a feeling like you can't believe how much this has happened in the last 8 or 9 days with guys going down?
No, I don't. Just deal with it.
Ned, could you talk about what Merrifield has brought coming in?
Well, he's been here 10 days and he's already making records. What is the first player in the history of the organization to get a hit in the first 10 games? I think that says a lot. But, he's done a nice job. He brings us, just unbelievable versatility.
How much easier is it for guys like him and Eibner to come up and have success as opposed to maybe 5-6 years ago when Eric Hosmer and Mike Moustakas were called up and kind of seen as the guys, everything was put on their shoulders.
Yeah.
Where these guys just have to come up and maybe get
just
that.
Fill in. It's a lot easier for them. It's a lot easier for them to come in and know that, hey, they don't have to carry, they just need to fill in because Haas and Kane and Salvi and Esky and, those guys are doing the heavy lifting. Just fill in and do something every night to help us win a game. And it's a lot less pressure on those guys than it was on Moose and Haas and Salvi when they first got here.
Is that part of what, the little mystery, why it looks so hard when you guys are trying to turn the corner and now you guys make it look so easy as far as winning?
Well, we make it look easy, but if you've noticed since this thing, we're making mistakes. We're making mistakes, that we made 3 or 4 years ago. And you take a look around, it's some of the young guys making the mistakes. But we've got the veteran guys to cover it. And the good thing is, we keep saying, okay, we're making these mistakes, but we're winning ball games while we're doing it. So, they're great learning, tools for us to get better without being jeopardized by it right now. So, we've got, like I said, our big guys that are carrying the load and allowing these guys to, giving them enough lee room to make mistakes, and it's not hurting us.
Ned, you've had the injuries and you've had the pitchers go down. I think at the end of May, you guys are 7 games over 500. I know it's it's hard to know, but at the beginning of the year, if you would have known all this stuff would have gone wrong and you guys were at this point, would you believe you'd be 7 games over?
You think I actually think about that? No, I don't. Those thoughts don't enter my mind. And quite frankly, you know, I feel like, you know, whatever happens, we're going to cover it. All right, because that's what you have to do. If you want to continue to compete, you want to continue to, you know, play at a championship level, you got to cover it somehow. So I don't worry about it. I don't sit there in spring training and think, boy, if we get a bunch of guys hurt at the end of May, would we still be 7 games? I don't think about that stuff. We just go out every single day and try to find a way to win a baseball game. Fill in where we need to. We feel like we've got capable guys to fill in and just continue playing.
And I know you said earlier today that Eric Hosmer didn't do anything different in the offseason as far as what he's doing. He had a good year. I think you said he had a great year last year, and he's off to a great start this year. But in the years past, he's had pockets. You know, he had a great first quarter of the season, not so great second quarter. Looks like maybe he's getting over that.
A little bit. Special players are more consistent than most players. Most players will have pockets, you know. I think that Eric is one of those special players. I think Lorenzo Cain's one of those special players. But, you know, guys and teams, they have their ups and downs. That's why this season's such a marathon. That's why you can't get, you know, way upset when things are going bad, or you can't get too giddy when things are going good. You got to stay level. You got to maintain that even calmness throughout it all. And, you know, Haas is just super talented. And when you're that talented and all of a sudden now you gain the experience that he's had over the last couple of years, you become that much more educated to what it takes to be a top-tier player. And those things are all coming together for him.
Hosmer's always seemed to hit lefties really well. What's it about his approach that makes him better than most?
He stays on the ball. He stays on the ball really well. He can drive the ball to all fields like we saw him do tonight. You know, they throw him away. He can just pound the ball to left field. They throw him in. He can hook the ball to right field. But his bat stays in the strike zone for a long time. Just a good hitter.
As close as this team is, do you think the guys, especially that came up through the system, are getting a big kick out of seeing what Merrifield's doing?
Of course. Everybody is.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody is. You know, when I told some guys that we were bringing Witt up, they were really, really excited. You know, one, because they knew how hard Witt had worked his whole career. But two, they felt like he could really help us, and they were excited about it.